Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all credit to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash, and giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham to the hopeful elect. All right. And just back with another quick lesson through the Spirit. And I think I'm going to title this Children of the Captivity. We need we need to let this word guide us, because being in a society, man, is pretty much it's pretty much goes against everything that Yahweh Shem Shai has established, everything that Yahweh Shem Shai has set up. The more I think about how the scriptures talk about being born again, because no matter what you think, you really don't know nothing, and again, because being in the society, man, they teach that they teach pretty much that everything it's about you, when again, pretty much because we live a life where you govern yourself based off your own standards and your own morals, your own codes, your own rules, and things of that nature. And this is why for the most part our people, man, they're just destroyed. A people laden with iniquity. People with just no knowledge, no wisdom, But again, because being in this captivity, all right, we've been completely brainwashed, and we just went far left, and again, that's pretty much what inspired me to do this lesson was just because it talks about this in I was reading, well, I wasn't reading, but I was meditating on in ancient Egypt, right, when the Heavenly Father delivered our forefathers out of Egypt, and not too long after, Jake just started just being ungrateful, and they started reminiscing on the things that they had in Egypt. They pretty much they wanted their mind state was stayed upon Egypt, and that's how a lot of our people today, our people, they're stayed upon this captivity. All right, because again, we were born here for the most part. We were born here, we were raised in this captivity, so this is all we know. But with that, meditating on that, I also thought about how and then this is what's inspired me to do this lesson. But after the Babylonian captivity, and you had the Persians and the Medes pretty much take over, and you had the king at that time, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was Cyrus. How he pretty much gave the decree, the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai put it on him to pretty much give or allow Israel to go back into their homeland and rebuild the temple and things of that nature. But even with that, Jake being in that mind state, and a lot of those Jakes, they didn't want to leave, because again, let me go ahead and Jeremiah 29 and 10. Jeremiah 29 and 10, it says, "For thus saith Yahweh, that after 70 years be accomplished at Babylon, I will visit you and perform my good word toward you in causing you to return to this place. So again, because it was a certain time period that our forefathers, they would be in captivity in under the Babylonian Empire, and because again, it was the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai that put the thought into, I believe it was Cyrus, to allow the children of Israel, because the Persians and the Medes, they were the ones that conquered the Babylonians after that 70 years, right? But again, during that time, the children of the captivity, Jake, being fruitful and multiplying, they had children and grandchildren and so on and so forth. So for those children, the children of the captivity, all right, that starts for those Jakes that grew up in the Babylonian captivity, all right, that's all they knew. They didn't want to, they didn't see they couldn't see anything else. So again, because when Cyrus gave the decree that allowed the Jakes to go back into Jerusalem, you had Jake, and they were stuck in that mindset of not wanting to leave. They wanted to stay there because that's all they knew. I'm gonna go to Jeremiah 25:11. Jeremiah 25:11, it says, "And this whole land shall be a desolation and an astonishment, and these nations shall serve the king of Babylon 70 years." So again, after 70 years, a certain appointed amount of time, all right, the Lord's Spirit will begin to move, all right, and which again, Cyrus, the Lord put the Spirit on Cyrus to, let the children go back into the homeland, Jerusalem, all right. But again, you had the children of the captivity. They didn't want to leave, all right, because again, they grew up in that custom, and that's all they knew, and again, because I and you can read about that in Ezra, the book of Ezra. All right, it talks about the children of the captivity. All right, but so again, that's what inspired me to do this quick lesson. Being children of the captivity, we need to let this word guide us, because again, same thing that took place back then, all right, it took place and it's taking place now, all right. For the most part, we've all grew up in this captivity. A lot of us are still having children, and this is all we know. And this is why, we need to be purified. We need to be purged. Like I said, being born again, being cleansed, purified, right? Because again, everything that we know, everything that we taught, everything that we believed is based off, pretty much goes against everything that Yahweh Shemel Shai set up, everything that he's against. Let me put this up a little bit. Because again, one of the things that they teach in this captivity, man, is that basically and invertly, all right, they teach that this society teaches that we don't need the Heavenly Father, or we don't need Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, that's what that's what they're teaching. That's what we've all been taught, and it's about us, me. All right, and again, this is why we need to let the word guide us. All right, everything, as the scriptures say, everything needs to be, there's an order to everything. And we need to let this word guide us. All right, we need to let this word be our head, which is, the word is Yahweh Shai, all right, the comforter, right? And that's how we pretty much we're cleansed. That's how we get cleansed of our ways. Because again, man, we've been taught everything we've been taught in this. Our whole way of thinking is polluted, it's corrupted, it's defiled. This is why we cry to Yahweh Shemel Shai to lead us. Because his ways, of course, we know and understand that the ways of Yahweh Shemel Shai is life. It's perfection. And again, we're just unclean. We're defiled. You know, we're all jacked up, man. We're all messed up, man. Jake is all messed up. But that's because growing up in this captivity, you know, we need to be cleansed. We need to be healed. So this is why, you know, we need to come back to the laws and ordinances of Yahweh Shem Shai. I'm going to go to 1 Corinthians 11. 1 Corinthians 11 and 1. I think the point is in verse 2, but I'll start at 1. 1 Corinthians 11 and 1. It says, be ye followers of me. This is Apostle Paul speaking. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Hamashiach. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things and keep the ordinances. And what ordinances is Apostle Paul referring to? He's referring to the ordinances of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. And there's this cop, making sure he's not going to bother me. You know, because people be, you know, looking at me funny, sitting in the car doing these videos. But nevertheless, so Apostle Paul's, he's referring to the laws, ordinances, and statutes and commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. It says, as I delivered them to you, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach. And, you know, our goal is to, you know, follow after the footsteps of Yahweh Shai, right? The anointed one, right? And we do that by following after these precepts, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that was given to us. You know, we apply this word to the best of our abilities. You know, we keep these ordinances to the best of our abilities, the best that we can. You know, because again, man, you know, as the scriptures talk about being alienated, right? Being strangers, being Gentiles, right? You know, it's just everything that we've been taught, man. It's corrupted us, right? Because again, this is all we know, man. You know, because again, you know, we're children of the captives. You know, just like our ancient forefathers, right? You know, it's the same thing today, man. You know, we're all polluted in the mind, man. Our judgment is clouded, and you know, it's just to show the importance of having these precepts, man, having this truth. You know, because our ways, man, I always, you know, mention this in my prayers, man. Even if I could do it my way, man, I'll just end up destroying myself. Because I mean, you know, what do I know? You know, what do any of us know? You know, our wisdom, man, it's not wisdom. Our understanding, man, it's far left. It's completely off. You know, everything about us is defiled. The way we think, the way we act, everything is just polluted, man. Let me finish this. I'm gonna go to Psalms 82. 1 Corinthians 11 and 3 again. It says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High. So you see, it's an order to everything, man, and we need to fall up under this order. But again, you know, the vibration that Esau puts out there, you know, do as thou wilt, spirit. All right, that's what jacks a lot of our people up. You know, that's what throws a lot of us off, man. And like I said, this is why we're all jacked up, and Jake is all messed up, man. You know, this is why we need healing. We need to be saved. We need to be delivered from this place. You know, just look at Jake, man. You know, still talking about voting. You know, well, like that hasn't done absolutely anything for any of our people, for anyone. You know, just look at the state of our people, man. The scriptures talk. The Lord called our people, or He called His people, sottish children, man. And that word sottish, it goes into stupid. Our people are dumb as hell. You know, that's, you know, all the more reason to give credit to Yahweh Shem Shai with all thanksgiving, because we can still be under that banner. You know, we could be in a position to where we don't have this truth. You know, we here it is, Jacob's trouble is right around the corner, and you know, we could be out there just not preparing, not knowing, not having the slightest idea. You know, so, hey, man, you know, I said I was gonna get Psalms 82. Where it talks about the whole foundation of this place, man. It's all jacked up. Like I said, man, this is why we're all jacked up, man. Psalms 82 and 5, it says, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. So everything is flipped upside down, sideways, diagonally. It's all messed up, man. Everything is all polluted, man. Everything is it's just screwed up, man. And these are the conditions that we grew up in. We were born in this. So nobody can say, they pretty much no one can say that they're not pretty much perfect. Nobody can say they're perfect. Nobody can say they're fully cleansed. Because like I said, one thing I've noticed, man, and this goes for each and every one of us. We're constantly being purged. We're constantly being purified, man. We're never gonna get to, until we get those new bodies. We're never gonna get to a place where we could say, we've been fully cleansed, so to say. Until we get those new bodies, man, we're always gonna have, just be under these conditions and really these curses. So this is why, we need those new bodies, man. When the new covenant is established in us. I'm gonna go to St. John's 16 and 13, and from there I'm gonna go to Ecclesiasticus or Sirach. St. John 16 and 13. It says, "Howbeit when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. For he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak, and he will show you things to come." But pretty much the point being how, all right, the Spirit of truth, the Comforter, all right, which is, our guidance, our guide. Which again, children of the captivity, we need to let this word guide us. Because again, all of our ways, man, is corrupted and it's polluted on every level. All right, we're all jacked up, man, and we need to be guided. We need to be led. All right, that's why we refer to as sheep. All right, and sheep, they need a shepherd. All right, and Yahushua HaMashiach, he's that shepherd to lead us. And though he's not physically here to do it right now, right? The Spirit of truth, the Comforter, all right, through this word, through these precepts of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's how, we let this word guide us in all ways, man. Because again, man, people think that, people think that, they got it. People think they know it all, man. And hey, man, that's nothing but pride, man. And the Lord is about the great humbling is it's a great humbling is about to take place. Because people, like I said, man, people just walking around here thinking they know it all, thinking they got it, thinking they're the shit, thinking that they're somebody, But let me get this, man. Like I said, man, the more you grow in this thing, man, the more you come to understand that, you really don't know anything. Like I said, being born again, man, and that's something that you're constantly figuring out. You're always being purified. You always need to be cleansed. If we didn't, there would be no reason for Yahushua. There would be no reason for him dying on the cross, shedding his blood for our sakes. So we're in constant need of purification. But we do that to the best of our abilities, because we're not going to be perfect. We're not going to get it until we get those new bodies. But let me get this in Sirach 5. Starting verse 2. "Follow not thine own mind and thy strength." Yeah, because, I think it's in Zephaniah or Zechariah talks about how, or Micah. But it pretty much talks about how, it's not of our strength. Because at the end of the day, we're not strong enough. We don't possess the capabilities to live this life. The scriptures, the Lord referred to his people, referred to Jacob as a worm. All right. Just defenseless and helpless, because again, it's not of our strength. It's not of our might, not by our strength, not by our own power. Do we make it day by day? It says to walk in the ways of thine heart, and say not, who shall control me for my words? Slakia, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. So you see, all right, because again, walking around here thinking that you got it all, thinking that you know it all, thinking that you're somebody when you're really nothing. You ain't shit. None of us are shit. I ain't shit. No, none of us. We ain't none of us. You know, we're nothing. Without the spirit and power, grace and mercies, strength of Yahweh Shem Shai, none of us are nothing, man. You know, so, you know, these people, man, you know, these 2/3 Jakes walking around here thinking that they know it all, thinking that they don't need nobody, you know, thinking they can do bad all by themselves, and, you know, all this talk, big attitude, right? You know, again, that's just, you know, one of many things that, you know, being children of the captives, we picked up in this captivity. And, you know, we got to get out of that mind state, that mindset. You know, we really need to humble ourselves down, you know, and walk after the ordinances of Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, let this truth guide us, man. Let these words of comfort, the comfort of these scriptures, let it lead us, right? Because ultimately, you know, with that, you know, it's you know, the spirit of Yahweh Shai. That's you know, he's walking with us. He's guiding us. You know. So, you know, that was pretty much it, man. You know, children of the captives, you know, let this word guide you, you know. So, yeah, that's it, man. You know, hopefully this was edifying to whom it may concern. And once again, I'm gonna give all credit to Yahweh Shemel Shai, and once again, give a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time, I say, Shalom.